Alright, we're going to try and feed my Harpactira pulchripes, my golden blue-leg baboon tarantula. There we go, nice. That was a good catch. You can see she's grabbed it, she's actually holding it upside down. For those who have come from the Discord, this is the one I submitted a picture of for the pet review. She's going to start webbing up now. Absolutely beautiful tarantula with the gold carapace and the blue and gold legs. You see the patterns on the abdomen as well. Absolutely gorgeous species. I'm going to see if I can get some more animals to feed today, but there's always the chance that they're not hungry. This is the problem with doing this type of content, is it's very dependent on what the animals want to do, because if they're not hungry they won't eat. If they don't want to come out, they'll stay in their little houses and things. This one tends to be out on top of its web though. I'll zoom out a bit so you can see the web. You see the water bowl there and the web. I gave it a lot of twigs to make anchor points on and bits of cork bark. So this species makes quite nice webs. I definitely think this will become a mainstay of the hobby. It'll be one of those species that every tarantula keeper has one of or has on their bucket list. Much like how the Chili Rose used to be before they got really expensive, and the Mexican red knee ears, and the P. metallica. Those who aren't familiar with tarantulas won't have any idea what I'm talking about. Sorry, I tend to nerd out on this kind of stuff. But this is what they call the happy dance. But she's actually just webbing up the locust. She will eat it now, she's just making sure it can't escape. She's envenomated it and it is dead now. But you can see she's just webbing tiny, really fine strands of web over to it. Fascinating behaviour. I wouldn't recommend one of these for beginners though. They are an old world species. Any tarantula with baboon in its common name is an old world species. You don't want to mess with them really. They can be quite quick, can be quite aggressive. But once you're established in a hobby, once you've kept New World species like Mexican red knees and the various other Mexican species and Brazilian species and so on and so forth, and you want something a bit spicier, right, I think it's time to move on to something else now. Right, this one is my Brachypelma albiceps, the golden Mexican red rump. You can see the gold carapace there distinguishes it from the normal Mexican red rump, which has a black carapace. He's going to be having a locust today. Yeah, he got it. He's got it. Trying not to cast a shadow. There we go. Beautiful tarantula, this one. I've raised this one from a very tiny spiderling. It's probably about halfway grown now. They do take years to grow. But I don't think this one's going to do a happy dance. This one very rarely does that behaviour. It just sort of sits there and drinks the fluids out of the prey. So I think we will move on. Right, this is Froggy. I'm going to see if he wants a Mario worm. Oh yeah, he does. He's eating it. Much easier to film this one because he's got a UV light. Right. Yeah, you can see him there in his little hole. He rarely leaves his hole, but sometimes he will move and make a new hole. So a very kind of sedentary species. They're an ambush predator, so they rely on their prey coming to them rather than them chasing it. So they just sort of lie in wait like a little landmine until something comes along and then they grab it. Yeah, that's Froggy. He's cool. Right, this one is my striped knee tarantula. You can see her fangs moving there. She has actually got some prey. I didn't manage to capture the hunt, but unfortunately that's the way it goes sometimes. But still, she's a beautiful tarantula. This is an adult female. Try and get a shot at the locust underneath, but you can just about see him. He's been caught. There he is. And she's basically just going to liquefy his insides and drink him, basically. That's how tarantulas and other spiders eat. Yeah, I just thought this one would be nice to see, even if I didn't manage to capture the hunt. But anyway, I think that is where we will leave it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll have some more videos out soon, and I'll see you there. Bye.